Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. Preston here from I Am Grind, and I've got a couple things I want to share with you this afternoon about Google. First and foremost, I wanted to refer you to an article I found over at Capture the Conversation, which is a blog that floats around social engagement and social tools. Specifically, this article is addressing Google Plus and why your business needs to be on Google Plus. And the article, which was written by Jason Cormier, or Cormier, I'm not real sure how to pronounce the last name, but he brought up an interesting point. The point being that on Facebook, right now Facebook has the core audience, and Google Plus is building their audience. But the thing about Facebook is, as you post information or you share stories, and say for instance you get 100 comments on that story, that's fantastic for that day that your audience is engaged, and then 24 hours later that piece of news is pushed down the line, and the next bit of news to come out, you start all over again. The difference with Google Plus, and the point that he is making in this article, is that as you write something in Google Plus, if you can build a topical, relevant conversation based upon certain keywords or keyword phrases, and you can get a conversation going, the real power of Google Plus for businesses that are doing that, and especially if they have people of influence within their circle, is the fact that these conversations will be indexed, and the conversations around that keyword will ultimately help you in your search rankings based upon this new author rank algorithm that Google Plus is working on. And as you know, if you sign into any Google property, whether that be YouTube or Blogger or any of these different YouTube properties that you sign into during the day, if you've noticed, or if you haven't, I'm sure you have, but when you log in, if you leave YouTube and you go over to Google, you'll notice up in the top right, you're still logged in. This is also the power behind the Android phone sets that base themselves off of Gmail, Google accounts, and you're logged into that network as well. So the real power that Google is trying to place within their business is, the real power is getting people logged into their properties. And with Google Plus, what we'll be seeing is search engine result manipulation for folks that are logged into Google properties. So that's the real power. On Facebook, it's not like that. So if you have been kind of sitting on the fence on Google Plus, this article should kind of spur you to get moving on Google Plus. And there's a lot to read here. I'd like for you guys to go over here and read about author rank. That's an interesting connection. And then they also have some information from early adopters. But you know, the bottom line about Google Plus is, if you can build your Google Plus page and you can get conversation going on within that page, then people who are logged into Google, ultimately you can affect the search engine results for people who are logged in. Now, this doesn't affect people who don't have Google accounts or who are not signed into a Google property, but as more and more people get Google accounts to interact on the different properties that Google owns, you will see that the early adopters are going to be the ones who win, because they will have already built their social circles, they will already have people of influence, and they will already have some fantastic weight that they can push based upon their shares and the conversation that take place within their circles. So go check this article out. I've linked it up below this video. It's over at Capture the Conversation. And moving forward, the next thing that I would like to talk about is a recent article over at Search Engine Land that was talking about Matt Cutts' announcement that Google is working on a search rank penalty for sites that are over-optimized or overly SEO'd. Now, this is going to open a huge can of worms, specifically within the SEO circles, SEO businesses, people who have SEO clients. This is really big. And basically, the gist of the article is, for those people who are not quote-unquote good at SEO, but have fantastic content, they will now have a better chance of being seen based upon the release of this over-optimized, overly SEO penalty. As you know, there's many businesses on various different forums, many businesses who have got websites offering their SEO tools and services such as XRummer Blast, Drip Feed Blast, backlinking, paid links, link exchanges, blog commenting, high PR rank commenting, you name it, you know the drill. And you've got some people that come out the gate and they just go for it and just overly SEO to try to get themselves onto the first page of Google. Well, it looks like for whatever reason, Google has now decided that they are going to try to penalize people who do such things. So they're going to try to give more advantage for people that build highly high content sites with quality work on them. That gives them a fighting chance to get in with, let's say, a site that's got a couple of pages that's littered with AdSense and other types of advertising monetization on their site, but maybe their content is not as good as someone who's blogging every single day and they're really focused on their content, but their on-page and off-page SEO is just not what it needs to be in order to rank. So it looks like this is going to try to even the field. We'll see how much fallout there is because of it. With every change, there's always going to be manipulation in the market. But it's quite funny that the author, Barry Schwartz, over at Search Engine Land, also pointed out that in 2009, Matt Cutts did a video on over-optimization penalties saying there was no such thing. And he includes the YouTube video below, and they also include the audio to the interview, I think, with Matt. So take a look at that, see how that applies to any of the web properties that you have, any of the blogs or content sites that you're blogging on. If you're having trouble with ranking, this might even the ground for you. So, and allow you to concentrate on building quality content. There's no doubt that it's not going to piss off people who have spent a lot of money and a lot of time optimizing. We'll see what happens. But to say the least, it's a very interesting article. So go take a look at that. That's over at searchengineland.com. Too much SEO, Google's working on over-optimization penalty, and see what good old Matt Cutts has to say about that. So those are the two things I wanted to address today. Google+, getting your pages on Google+, and finding out how you can get in the search engine rankings by getting people of influence and engaging, having good conversations going on, and then also this over SEO penalty that's being talked about. That's all I have for those two Google points today. This is the I Am Grind News. This is Preston signing out, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.